I analyzed hundreds of DMR spawns, and in this video I'll tell you exactly where it spawns the most often and what route to take to maximize your chance of finding DayZ's most sought after weapon. The DMR spawns only at heli crashes and military convoys, but not all convoys and heli crashes are created equal. I let my vanilla Chernara server run uninterrupted for 5 days and tracked exactly where the DMR spawned. With the data acquired, we can plot every single point where the DMR spawned. Of all of the times the DMR spawned on the server, it was at a heli crash 19.2% of the time and a military convoy 80.7%. This means you're 4 times more likely to find a DMR at a military convoy compared to a heli crash. Next, we can analyze how often there's a DMR at each of the spawn points. Though this gets a bit tricky because it can spawn at multiple different points within a single heli crash or a military convoy site. It's more helpful if we divide the map into a grid and analyze how often the DMR is inside of the grid squares. This captures all of the loot points of a single heli crash or military convoy. Here we see that each crash and convoy site is not created equal. Some are far more likely to have a DMR. The first percentage is the percent of time overall there was a DMR at the site. The number in parentheses is the percentage of time when a DMR was on the map that it was at that site. I'll link a large version of this image in the description. We can see that the military convoy site just east of Kamensk is by far the most likely to have a DMR. 8% of the time there was a DMR at that site. And of the times that there was a DMR on the map, it was at that site 10% of the time. So, statistically speaking, if you randomly spawned into the map, there's an 8% chance that there's a DMR at the military convoy near Kamensk. The next most common two are the convoy at Arsenovo and the convoy near Grishino. Now, what is the best loot path to maximize your chances of finding a DMR? If you spawn anywhere on the southern coast, such as Cherno, and you want to maximize your chances of finding a DMR early in the game, you'd head west and hit the site of the military convoy south of Bolota, the convoy just north of Prison Island, the convoy and/or heli crash in Kamenka, and the 2 heli crashes east of Kamenka. Then the military convoy north of those. This would give you a 15.7 chance of finding a DMR in the early game. Of course, this is all based on averages. The convoy or heli crash would have to be there in the first place, and a DMR would need to be there as well. You'd also obviously need to be the first person on site. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like me to do this analysis on any other map or for any other loot item, be sure to leave a comment and let me know.